Hi friends, this is Susie, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 3531 in Candy Crush Saga. Now we should have 46 moves to clear out 9 jelly. Every once in a while it keeps adding a turn for me, so I know that I have to beat this with 1 turn left in order for it to match what other people are probably experiencing, although it's king, so who knows what other people will get. It's always capricious and random. So here I also have 6 lives available, which is unusual for me. I normally only have 5, but I know some people often have 6 as a standard. Again, it's just king being king. So what have I got to do here? Well, I've got to get to this area, and I've got really thick layers here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layer thick waffle with another layer of licorice on top, and it's contained in this candy cane fence. But I do have some dispensers on the board, and that might help. Should I use this? If I don't use this now, the conveyor belt is going to take part of it away. So I could make this stripe, but I think I'm going to use what I have on the board. Open up those licorice locks. Now I get the present of, oh look, these wonderful ticking time bombs. Not really happy with them, but I think that I've got enough going on the board where I'm not going to focus on them. I'm going to try to take them out in the appropriate amount of time, but I also have to focus on getting this part done. I wish those were together. They're not, so let's see what else I can do. This is becoming a bit of a concern to me. If I put it on the conveyor, I might be able to bring it around. So I'm not going to focus on it all the way, but I am going to try to hit it before it runs away from me. Wow, that would be nice to use with something else. How do I get that with something else? How do I get a stripe down here to match with this? Lots of complication here. I'm going to bring this down. Oh look, I'm going to go, I could do this, I could do this. This also opens this here. I'm going for this. Oh, it doesn't because it didn't set off. Silly me. Okay. I could do a wrapped, but it's too far away. If it were closer in, I would go for that. I've got this. I have to be a bit careful. Yikes. Okay, I'm going to use these guys together to do that. Now I've got some more stripes coming around. I don't think these would be a good match up. Wow. I'm going to do this. It's going to blow up and it's going to be away from this area. I want to protect this, and then I think I got what I want. I know I could make another color bomb over here, but I'm going to go for what's going to give me a color bomb stripe combo. That's what I need to do, is make as many of those as I possibly can. And striped wrapped combos are good too, so I'm trying to set that up over here. I've been able to stay ahead of the ticking time bombs. I'm not going to do that. I don't want that to slide out. I'm going to make a little micro movement up here that protects this. Wasn't protected enough. Alright, well, let's give it another run, see what else we can do. At least we're getting rid of those ticking time bombs. Bit of craziness happening. Just going to wait for it to finish. I would like to set this off where it is if I can, or bring a stripe through here if I can. I'm going to do this. I know I'm bringing that lower than I wanted, but hold on. Now, if this holds, this would be a good opportunity, if it holds. On a board where it's easy to create specials, it's also easy to accidentally detonate them, and that's the experience I'm having here. This is not looking all that great. This is not filling in. This has no way to populate itself with anything. So I have to be a bit careful there. Could try to match that up with a stripe. I'm letting this go. I was going to do this, but I think this is better. And again, now I have to practice these little micro movements that don't affect the board much, so I can wait for my plan to take effect. There we go, and it takes out that ticking time bomb that was dangerous, sets me up for another striped color bomb combo there. Now I want that stripe to help over here, so I'm going to drop it lower on the conveyor. There we go. We have to watch how the conveyor belt is running. Oh, I want to do this. I'm going to do this. This is still helpful. I think I'm going to do this instead. Look what we have coming around. I could do this, and that's really helpful, but it would blow this up. I don't know that that's what I want to do. It seems a bit extreme at the moment. I'm doing this instead. I could do a striped wrapped, and that looks fairly decent, but it doesn't hit the base. I'm trying to wait. So now I have to do more of these micro movements. I'm making my movements over here. I know I've got this, but I'm just about ready to bring something round. Oh, stink. Nope, it didn't work, but it worked. I mean, it didn't work the way I intended, but I didn't die, so it worked well enough. All right, that's the problem with a board like this. You want to set up the best moves possible, but sometimes in trying to do so, you lose moves. I could do this stripe, but it's too low to help here. I could set off this striped wrapped, but it means nothing where it is. It just is not set up to do anything. That is not set up to do anything. I'm going to try to shuffle these downward. Nope, didn't work. What about this one? I know, I see you guys, but I don't have much time to think about you guys because I still have this. So I'm hoping that takes care of itself. Really doesn't look like it will, does it? Ah. Okay, I bought myself a couple of extra turns here. To do what? I'm not sure. Yeah, I have to set those off together. So that's not quite going to work. We got close-ish, 3 left, but some were double thick and, well, you could even say 4 layers thick. So now I know what my focus needs to be. I also know that things drop down in here, the waffle drops down in the weight of it, so positioning things in that bottom row is important, but it doesn't repopulate with candy, so I'm going to have to rely on the specials I can create or collect to get this done. I did manage to stay ahead of the ticking time bombs, but we did have some tricky moments there, so I am going to watch those as well. I think I've got that strategy down. Let's try to put it all together. I'll be right back. I have to keep reminding myself I only have 46 moves. I will be very disappointed if I end up recording this and going, and look, I got it done in 47 moves. And then, yeah, if I do, please comment at me. Not to me, but at me. Just, really give it to me. All right, so a couple things I've learned. We've got portals that connect from here to here, but I don't really find them significant. It does tell me what I can expect to have happen, but it's not so significant that it creates a huge benefit or disadvantage on the board. So I just kind of ignore that. It's good to know as much as we can. The other thing I've noticed about myself, and this is pretty typical for me, is that since I can make so many different moves, I tend not to evaluate for the very best move. I tend to just go, yeah, let's just take this. I think one of the best moves is getting rid of these guys here. Since I didn't have anything better, in my opinion. I can do a stripe here. I don't see why that would be hugely beneficial. But I also don't see anything better at this point. I could do this, but I kind of want to leave this alone for a bit. I'm seeing if that will work together. So I'm going to make moves over here to try to leave this undisturbed. Oh, I will take that. I know I said I wasn't going to try to do much. But now I get a striped wrap that also sets off that stripe and opens this up. Okay, looking good. I'm going to do this. Okay, getting a stripe in here would be good. But I could just take this. I'm a little bit concerned about this. I don't have a lot of blue coming around. I'm going to take this primarily because it might help to change what this is going to pair with. Still a bit of a concern. Let's see if I can get a stripe through here. Well, I tried to set it up with that. Let's at least take it, and then what? What can I do with this? I'm going to do this, which is going to take out a color and concentrate things down. So even if blue is not the color that's taken down, we've now made blue a more prevalent color. I think I kind of had to do that. Now the question is, can I let this ride the rails until it's seated beautifully down here? The answer is probably no. I can chance it anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Gonna chance it. See if we can get some stripes along here while we're waiting. One more turn, and I don't see anything inherently dangerous. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Well, we've got the opportunity. I could have tried to make other moves to make stripes. In my opinion, it was just too dangerous. Now, here's where if I do this, I can see that this green is going to come down. The problem is the conveyor belt is going to take it away. I need the green to be here in order for that move to make the best sense. I would rather do something not over here, but a little micro movement here and try to get that striped wrapped lined up. If it doesn't fall apart, that's a better move for me. Getting a striped wrapped combo is better than getting a color bomb that I might be able to match up with something. Ooh, here's another stripe. Oh, I want that out of the way. I think it would be too hard to get out of the way. So I'm just going to use that stripe, which is still valuable. Now I've got another striped wrapped combo, and I could hit the fringe here, but not sufficient. Look at this. I've got some dangerous stuff here. This is where knowledge of how things operate comes into play. I could make this stripe here. Nope. I'm taking out the dangerous ticking time bombs. I still have, ooh, stink. Dangerous ticking time bomb here, but I do have a few different things I can try to employ to get rid of it. I can try. There we go. That was pure luck, because I didn't have a good situation for it. I just thought if I make some chaos it might help, and it miraculously did. Alright, let's see. I would like to move this downward if I can. I don't see how I can. This doesn't seem to be very significant. Since I don't have anything great, let's try to get some stripes going along this way. Well, now this one has turned the corner, but look at this. Oh my. I could do this to try to bring the orange down, but it's not going to come down very far. I could do this, but this is never going to meet up with it. I could just take out the ticking time bomb. I could try to tempt more specials in through here, maybe even a wrapped to match up with the stripe. Let's try that. That did not work. Oh! Well, that landed squarely. Let's take that. It feels like this corner here is always the one that ends up just being the roughest. And sometimes you think, well, it's just chance because it shouldn't be different than this corner. But remember that we've got a conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt can change things. So I think that's it. I think it's the conveyor belt. That stripe doesn't seem very valuable. Let's see if we can bring stripes in here. And what I want is, stripes going horizontally, but I can put those together, so I'm okay with that. If it holds, I can hit this. Oh, I kind of want that, but again, I've got this right here, and it does hit these things. If this were here and I could take both, that would be wonderful. But nope, I'm going to go for what's currently available and hope for the best everywhere else. That's interesting. What if I do this and try to bring things downward? Here, I'll make... Nope, that didn't work either. Oh, well. 1, 2, 3. It's a lot of orange building up. It's a lot of orange. But it worked. Alright, so we hit that. Now we have 13 moves for 2 more, and we've got a pretty good setup here. Alright. Horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. That gets struck at least once, so that makes it worth it. Even if this isn't vertical and this isn't horizontal, which I don't trust the horizontals anyway, we got 1 strike. If you need to know how to know where those are going to fall, just ask and I can link my tutorial on that. It looks like I'm going to get a color bomb over here if I play it gently with the blue, right? Is that the best move? I think so, because I think I'm going to be able to put this together. And then if I count it out, horizontal, vertical, that's it. That's what I needed to get the job done. It slid down, but thankfully it was still in that same column. That was a bit unexpected for me because, again, I was just kind of ignoring. And I got it done with 8 moves left, remember, because I needed to reserve 1 move. So that's how I get this one done. If it was helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. I'm sure I missed a lot of opportunities here, but that's just kind of the nature of both the board and of me. I kind of play a bit too quickly for my own good sometimes. But it happens when you have a board where there are so many opportunities. So just be careful in selecting your moves. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.